Hello. I want to talk about um, black on black hate. We have a problem in the United States because of our racist uh, policies that you can see very prevalent in the GOP's policies. And because they know that they, with their super PACs and whatnot, and their billionaires that are funding them, that they could get what they want passed by getting the right lobbies. And because of black people, African Americans historically have not been allowed to advance economically uh, through because of racist policies, because of the ignorance. Uh, 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 um, um, we have done a great injustice to America and to our country. But anyway, Senator Elizabeth Warren was talking. I believe it was at the UN, and she was saying that it is time to affirm that Black Lives Matter, and I'm not like deciding it like Roberta, but whatever. Life matters. Black citizens matter. It's a time to end the violence, to end economic injustice. Okay, and we have to make sure that our civil rights we have some civil rights, but it's not enough. It's not enough that it's not covering everybody in such a sense. And we shouldn't be like, oh, gay rights, oh, women rights, oh, that. It should be a citizens' rights. Once they fracture us like this, it ends up with nobody has rights. We're making some waves with civil rights. You can look at the marriage. Even though, and that you at the same time you can see like the lady in Kentucky, that she's like they buy so much time on the media to cover this lady that's so insignificant that really, if she was working for me and she was like some bullshit coming where my religion doesn't allow me to do my job here, I would say, well, you need to resign and get the hell out of here. Cause my religion don't let me pay somebody that can't do the job I hired them for. So you can stay here, but you ain't getting paid here. I just, if you're not gonna do the job, you get a stepping. It ain't like she's gonna get what do you call it, um, uh, unemployment anyway, right? She's voted in. So we do have a problem, and a lot of it is that sometimes the abuser, the one that got abused, becomes the abuser. Especially in a society where we victimize the victim, where children, if they're afraid to speak out, they don't know how to speak out to the parents. It's not like the parents come and have like sit down and like, oh, I'm gonna make my child a genius. We'll have a little learning time. No, it's time out. I'm gonna whip you. Do this, do that. You know, it's not structured. So we don't have a structure of society, and with women being jeopardized, and you have to forego your wants, your needs to be like this, like what they call this modern day woman with the stilettos, hair extension, ton of makeup on. You have to forego your child and really your female hormones, your pheromones, what they really want to do, how they're guiding you. So this guy that is in his million K, going to the titty bar, and into his sports and on his video games and looking at X-ray. You got to, what I'm saying, you got to weigh on him and forsake, maybe a bunch of your wants and your needs because your kids still have to be get fed. The house still has to get clean. Um, Bills still have to get paid. Even if he wants to sit down in the man cave, play video games, and masturbate, while X-rated, with a bunch of his boys around. And I don't know what type of society we're building. We're a bunch of like He-Man. A lot of them, usually they're anti-gay. They sit around looking at X-rated and masturbating with each other. You know, um, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna have a man cave, where's the mama's room? You know what I'm saying? If your mama's working 40 hours, the man's working 40 hours, and that's a lot where hate comes involved. She's tired. You know, so she takes it out on the kids. The kids are just hungry. The kids, you know, they're not old enough to know a lot of stuff to do stuff for themselves. But so we have to start making our children number one, concentrating on making a little genius, and, and um and maybe not calling your kid bad, not criticizing, not calling their hair Brillo or something. You know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, and I don't know who black hair feels rough like Brillo. You know what I'm saying? If anything, this is wool. You could, it feels more like wool. I could crochet this stuff by dead hair. You know what I'm saying? Our problem is that we have lost through slavery, through the divide and conquer, through war, through you know, us being moved all around the globe. A lot of us have lost the real history of our culture, the real religion of our culture, and who we are. We just go along with the propaganda that spews out on TV. You know, like Lifeline. You know, TV. Every woman there is a victim. Every woman is like, you know, or CNSI. I don't know how such a little island can have so many serial killers. Okay, everybody died. Anyway, so I think that we need to understand that black citizens' lives matter.